welcome to In a Fishbowl. My name is Rachel Burkhoff from The Justice, and today we have Shafaq, who is the former Forum's editor and current associate editor. So what do you do for the paper?
So I'm an associate editor.
So what does that mean for everyone who doesn't know?
So I do a lot of overseeing things, I do PDFs. I just look at what people do, tell them what's wrong.
So how did you join the paper? How did you find out about it? Was there a funny story? There is a funny story.
So I was actually at the hoot table.
Ooh.
At the fair, and
Our
rivals. And so I was talking to them, and then literally as I turned around, it was Hillel was standing right there, and he's like, "Oh, do you want to write for the paper?" I was like, "Yeah, I was actually gonna write for the hoot," but he's like, "No, we're much better."
What would you say is your favorite section on the paper?
Well, I like all of them.
Okay, well that's a...
Equally.
Yeah, okay.
I think I've always wanted to take pictures.
Interesting.
But I kind of learned how to.
Okay.
But the fact that it's some of them are automatic, but then other ones, none of them are automatic. I would just point and shoot. And then.
Well, did you see any of your pictures in the newspaper?
No.
So that's why. That's probably why.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to do that.
You have a couple.
I don't know. It's up to Olive.
Olive.
Join. If you publish something, I do.
If you take good photos, I'll publish.
Well, I mean, that's not really part of the plan.
It's part of my plan. I should stick with it.
Can you guess the female to male ratio of editors at the Justice currently?
Let's go with 15 female and... Is that 7?
Yes, 7. That was a great guess.
Really?
Yeah.
What
It's
is it?
13 female and 9 male. So what's your favorite article that you've ever written?
Probably my first article. I wrote about Harry Potter.
Really?
And I wrote about how we should have Harry Potter classes.
Interesting.
And
okay, what was the argument?
Well, there's so many great themes in the series. There are Christian themes. There's there are a lot of stuff. I can't think of all of them. They're there. The next year, they had 2 Harry Potter classes.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm not gonna say it was because of me.
I mean, it probably was.
I mean, I don't know.
What does Shafaq say?
I knew you were gonna ask me this. I knew it was gonna be it. Shafaq doesn't say anything. Shafaq just ignores you.
So, we have this new segment on In a Fishbowl,
no.
where we're taking questions from our viewers.
Oh God, what?
So the question I have for you today is, people want to know, if you had the chance to interview anyone in the world, who would it be?
Probably interview, I don't know, Jesus. I mean, it would have to be if I'm gonna do it, it has to be
what would you ask? What would you ask Jesus?
I was just what were you thinking? What happened?
So what's the most sadistic thing that you've done to a Justice staff member?
I feel you've already interviewed him, but I feel I was pretty sadistic to Hagi. I would kind of force him to do things on his own, and
why would you force him over everyone else?
Well, he was my assistant, so I was also it was mostly because I wasn't going to be there the next semester, so I wanted to force him to do it on his own.
So we found some mouse poop in the office yesterday.
Oh my God, stop.
So what would you name the Justice mouse?
I wouldn't name it. I'd kill it. I wouldn't name it. What else?
Okay, so I have a piece of paper for you.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you to draw... Who was our last editor? Marissa. I'm going to have you draw Marissa as a fish.
Okay. I feel there's a lot of pressure right now.
I don't know. I mean, you don't have much to live up to.
Here is Marissa. You're cheering. You don't have, hands. I think you have, a fin. And then you're cheering. You're very enthusiastic.
Excellent. So, thank you so much for coming on In a Fishbowl, and we'll see you next week.